Hey everybody, this week we're talking about Charlie the Wonderdog, Mercy, and Return to Silent Hill.
And in the second half, we're talking about the Academy Awards nominees.
Get me out of this chair!
Hello, everyone.
Hey everybody.
Welcome to another episode of the A-List Admission.
Welcome.
If it's your first time, my name is Cheyenne.
And my name is Ricardo.
And we are just two Canadians, married Canadians, who like to watch movies and review them. For you guys with no fluff, just our feelings on movies.
Yep, and it's a very casual viewing of it.
So yeah, welcome in if you haven't seen us. So let's get into it. We saw 3 movies since we last filmed.
Yes, we did.
One of them we had talked about we were going to see, finally did. Was it worth it? We'll find out. Yeah.
Yeah, but let's go into our personal news first.
We don't really have any.
No, but yeah, just to kind of recap for us of the week, it's been freezing cold. It's
supposed to get, I think, in Celsius, it's supposed to feel like minus mid-30s tomorrow. So we're filming... Actually, no, we're filming on Saturday this week. So today is supposed to feel like minus mid-30s.
Yeah, and then tomorrow, which would be Sunday, is supposed to get a shit ton of snow. And
what else is new?
If you're in the southern states, I guess be careful because you're supposed to get the worst amount of snowfall you've gotten in a little while. So, yeah, so good luck to you all. But apart from that, yeah, we're just working, trying to get money.
Working lots, working on the podcast.
Always improving, always trying to grow.
Yeah, so nothing new, honestly.
No. But anyways, we'll go right into our movie news.
So we actually have a lot of movie news this week because as I was adding some more popped up. So we have like 6. So I'm very excited for like lots of movie news. But the first one is just a random one that I found that I thought was really cool. That Josh Safdie, who was the director for Marty Supreme, he's just revealed that the umpire in Marty Supreme was the voice of Robert Pattinson. There's a quote that he said. The quote is I found from Screen Off Script on Instagram, but it's, quote, "No one knows this, but that voice, the commentator, the umpire, is Robert Pattinson. It's like a little Easter egg. Nobody knows about that. He came and watched some stuff, and I was like, I don't know any British people, so he's the umpire," end quote. So I thought that was really cool that he had a hidden voice. I don't even know if I saw his name in the credits, but that's really cool.
It might have gone like uncredited, but it was really cool. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where if you ever do end up rewatching Marty Supreme, we can always keep an ear out for. Yeah. The second bit of movie news is that Zootopia 2 is now the most successful Hollywood animated film of all time, and this is brought to us by Film Buzzer. The film had grossed $1.7 billion in the global box office on a budget of $150 million, beating out Inside Out 2 and The Lion King. This doesn't surprise me. This has kind of been in the news for a little while that this movie was surpassing itself fantastically. But yeah, I think it's really cool. I'm really happy for it. I think the Zootopia does get a lot of recognition.
The Lion King is an older movie though, so like with inflation, are they comparing it or
always? They always usually do that.
All right, the next piece of movie news is also from Film Buzzer, but Incredibles 3 will be officially beginning voice work this March. So it's actually from Screen Rant that they got the info from, but they're beginning the voice work for The Incredibles 3, and the original cast is all expected to return. They don't have any release on the plot, and roughly a theatrical release of 2028. Again, that's still kind of up in the air, but I'm very excited.
I mean, that makes sense, right? Because you have 2 Pixar movies coming out this year, you have 1 Pixar movie coming out next year, and then you'll have Incredibles 3, right? We have, what is the, Gato was the one that they announced already. Then Toy Story 5, and then Hoppers of this year. Yeah. So that makes sense for a 2028 release, right? All right, and then the next bit of movie news is that Ryan Coogler's Sinners is now the most nominated film in Oscars history with 16 nominations, and this is brought to us by Complex Pop Culture on Instagram. Now, it has secured 16 nominations, like I said, and then beat it out the record held by La La Land, All About Eve, and Titanic. Yeah.
Which was how many? 14.
14, sorry. Yes. I think this is very fitting. I think this movie is phenomenal. I don't think it's
worth 16. That's a little bit of a stretch, but
I I disagree. I think it absolutely deserves to be nominated this much. I honestly do think this is one of the best movies that we've seen in the last 10 years. I'm not saying this is the best. I'm not saying it is it is the best of last year even, but like
no, it's in our top 5 for good
sure.
reason.
But I really do think this is a really good movie, and it's to good reason.
Cool.
Especially because it's an original script, right? And
our last piece of movie news, which I thought it was 6, it's actually 5, but whatever. The last one is from Film Seal on Instagram. A new Conjuring prequel movie called The Conjuring First Communion is officially in the works from Warner Brothers and New Line Cinema. They already have a theatrical release date of September 10th of 2027. Apparently, it's going to expand the franchise by going back to the earlier events in the Warrens' timeline. And I'm very excited. I'm so curious. James Wan is producing, which is kind of cool.
Which is good because he directed all of the other ones, right? And,
I don't know this one's Rodrigue Quart, who's the director. I don't know if I know him.
I don't know off the top of him, but
but there's no plot details yet, but they have announced that it's going to happen.
And I mean, this is good because at least this kind of confirms stuff that we had reported last year, where we did mention after, what was it, Conjuring Last Rites? After we talked about that movie, we did talk about them wanting to do a TV show and a prequel, and so the fact that the prequel finally got announced is kind of in line with that. So, hey, everything looks good for the Conjuring franchise, right? Okay, so now we'll go into our 3 movies that we watched this past week. The first being Charlie the Wonderdog.
And then the second one was Mercy.
And the third being Return to Silent Hill. Now, we'll start with Charlie the Wonderdog, which came out in Canada January 16th, 2026. The director was Shea Waidman. The PG rating for action, some humor, and language. And the runtime is 1 hour 35 minutes. Your main cast is Owen Wilson, Tabitha St. Germain. I gotta apologize for this because I'm going to butcher the name. But Ruairi McDonald, Sebastian Billingsley Rodriguez, Anthony Bolognese, and Mela Petropalo. And your spoiler-free synopsis is about a beloved family dog who is mysteriously abducted by aliens and returns with superpowers, including the ability to talk and heroic abilities no ordinary pup has. Alongside his young partner and friends, Charlie uses his newfound powers to help people and confront challenges, ultimately discovering the true heroism comes from courage, kindness, and believing in yourself rather than flashy powers. So, what did you think of Charlie the Wonderdog?
It was okay. It reminded me of like the Ant Bully or like the religious children's movies where there's always like no offense to the cast, other like especially Owen Wilson, but like the cast, it's usually like D-list actors and like there's always a moral at the end. I'm not saying because it's religious. It just a lot of religious kids movies or Christian kids movies do that, where there's always like not the best story, but there's always a nice moral at the end and like things happen. It's all happy. I mean, I loved hearing Owen Wilson again. Always. Because I love Owen Wilson. And the animation's not the best either. It just felt like a third party movie. Like it was.
I would definitely say it's like a B list in terms of animated movies. I know that this is an Australian like led story.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's apparently like a common story in Australia. But like, I don't know. I like the angle of like a dog being abducted by aliens because you don't really see animals get abducted by aliens apart from usually cows. I like that. I think the story is just kind of cookie cutter, like very much good versus evil. Dog always being the good one, the cat being the bad one. I mean, even if we talk about Dogman last year, same thing. Dog was the good person, cat was the evil person. Yeah, I just didn't think it was anything like super defining. Very much run-of-the-mill animated movie. And yeah, like Cheyenne said, it's not that it was like, I don't think the animation was necessarily bad, but it was just like something you would see in a Christian animated movie. Like,
yeah, not like VeggieTales. Like VeggieTales to me is A-list Christian kids because I loved it as a kid. But like, yeah, like I said, the Ant Bully because it remind like.
I was gonna say the ant bully was a great pull. I think that was
Right?
it's exactly similar to this.
Yeah, like I just.
But I still think I like the ant bully more than this.
Oh, I did like the ant bully more than this. I love movies with dogs and stuff, and like has cute moments, and like it just felt too obvious. Like there's an obvious villain, there's an obvious kid with his puppy, finds out he's heroic, so now he's like trying to help the puppy. Like I don't know.
The other thing this kind of reminded me of that I kind of wanted, almost like I wish there was an animated version of more, was Underdog.
What's Underdog?
Oh, it's a superhero dog that can fly.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah, it was a live action movie like a couple years back, and the dog was either a Jack Russell or a beagle. They look similar. But yeah, it's a flying dog who can talk that saves people and always wants to eat food. Very similar to Charlie the Wonder Dog.
Okay.
Yeah, I liked Underdog more, but that's because maybe I grew up with Underdog, so it was a little different. I think this is a great movie for kids. If you're looking for parents specifically, this is just a lighthearted movie. I don't think it's anything to like celebrate necessarily. This is gonna be like a 4.
Oh, this is gonna be
like it's not bad. I don't think it's bad. I just think it's not my favorite.
I'm gonna give it a 3. But it's not the lowest
Absolutely
of the movies
not,
this week. So I'm gonna give it a 3. You're gonna make it a 4?
Yeah, because it's like just under par to me.
Like if you want to take your kid to see a cartoon, go see it.
It's gonna be
not. They may like it. It's not good.
It's not bad. It's just not. It's not good.
No. The next one was better, but
easily the best one of the week.
All right, next up is Mercy, which was released in Canada on January 23rd of 2026. The director is Timur Bekmambetov. It has a rating of PG-13 for language, some violent / bloody images, and brief drug use, and it has a runtime of 1 hour and 40 minutes. And the main cast include Chris Pratt, Rebecca Ferguson, Callie Reese, Annabelle Wallace, Chris Sullivan, and Kylie Rogers. And the spoiler-free synopsis goes as follows. Mercy is a near-future sci-fi thriller set in 2029 Los Angeles, where the justice system has been completely taken over by artificial intelligence. LAPD detective Chris Raven, once a major advocate for this AI-driven courtroom system, wakes up strapped to a chair on trial for the murder of his wife, with only 90 minutes to prove his innocence before the AI judge decides his fate. With no juries or lawyers, he must use every digital trace, from surveillance footage to social media records, to build his case and uncover the truth behind the accusations. So, what did you think of Mercy?
I actually really liked it. I thought it was a very interesting take on a detective story, I don't know, like I always struggle to try to find movies that are similar to this, but like I'm always of movies that are like clear your innocence, like detective work kind of movies, kind of like crime movies. Oh, kind of like Zodiac, where they were trying to figure out who was the Zodiac killer and all that stuff, or even like Men in Black, where we're trying to find that alien that was killing people. I like detective movies a lot, and so this very much is that.
Yeah.
I like the switch of there's an AI that's forcing you to do all this.
I like cyber thrillers for that reason.
Yeah, 100%.
That's why.
Yeah. I mean, and Rebecca Ferguson as the AI judge was brilliant.
If Rebecca Ferguson watches this, I'm obsessed with you. I'm such a huge fan of Rebecca Ferguson in all aspects. I think she's an amazing actress, and she absolutely kills it as an AI judge. I think she's phenomenal.
It's kind of funny because this is definitely a Chris Pratt movie, but like, I think Rebecca Ferguson was the best actor and actress on this movie.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, Chris Pratt did a phenomenal job. I'm not trying to downplay his role.
But he's kind of all the same now. I'm just like, man.
I think Rebecca Ferguson was the best actor in this.
I will always think she's the best actress in a movie.
But even off that, like, the story was interesting enough. I do think halfway through it got kind of just rambly.
There's bits that I'm like, oh, it's okay, and a little bits like, this feels very one note to me.
Yeah, I absolutely feel
that. But the concept is very interesting. The concept reminds me of The Running Man with Glenn Powell. like a not dystopian but futuristic version of something new. So like that one futuristic game show, this one futuristic courtroom, or like AI, whatever. That's insane though that it's in a world essentially they have 90 minutes to decide someone with no help.
Yeah, it kind of just because of how close AI is to doing a lot of things now, it felt oddly close to how things would actually run in that scenario. So it felt like eerily realistic. I also thought that like the way that the interface with the AI was for the courtroom drama was very good. I thought it was very cool to see the judge kind of pull up phone calls and social media and old social media,
putting them in the place,
and in the context of the situation, but never really closing down a window so that way you can kind of still trace it with your eyes. I thought it was. I think the layout for this movie was well done. I think
it's like missing.
Yeah. Oh, that's a different conversation altogether, because I really like the idea that the camera is the social media, and that to me was brilliant. Missing, searching was both those movies are brilliant to me. Mm-hmm. But anyway, this movie I think is really good, but it also has some flaws for sure. Like I think that this ends up being like a 6 to me, 6.5 to me, maybe 6.5, or no.
I originally was gonna give it 5.5, and I think I'm gonna keep it that way because it's still way too early. And it reminds me a lot of Flight Risk. From last year, which I think I gave her in a 5.5 or 6. But this I'm going to give it 5.5. I like it because of Rebecca Ferguson. Would I watch it again? Maybe, but out of the movies we've seen this week, I would recommend it the most.
I'm going to rate it a 6 because I think that the story has some merit. I think it can definitely be better. I think it could be way more intense, way more maybe less action, but way more like intense, way more thrilling, and the story being a little bit more dynamic, because Cheyenne is 100% right. It is one note. Mm-hmm. I think there's a lot of good though. I think for a movie that I thought was going to be really bad, I thought it ended up being way more redeemable. And this is a movie I actually would watch again to see if I was missing any kind of like smaller clues to figure out who did it sooner.
Yeah, fair. All
right, so then the last movie we watched this week was called Return to Silent Hill, which came out January 23rd of 2026 in Canada. The director is Christophe Gans. The rating is R for bloody violent content, language, and brief drug use, and the runtime's an hour and 46 minutes approximately. The main cast is Jeremy Irvine, Hannah Emily Anderson, Evie Templeton, Robert Strange, and Pierce Egan. And the spoiler-free synopsis is as follows. Return to Silent Hill brings back the eerie, fog-shrouded world of Silent Hill, this time loosely adapting the acclaimed video game Silent Hill 2. When a grieving artist receives a mysterious letter from his lost love, he is drawn back to the once familiar town, now consumed by darkness and abandoned by most of its inhabitants. As he searches for her, he encounters both familiar and new nightmarish figures, forcing him to confront terrifying supernatural threats and unsettling truths that blur the line between reality and his own unraveling psyche. Now, what did you think of Return to Silent Hill?
Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. Like, it is literally like if I watched intros and flashbacks from a video game, but it's so bad.
Okay, wait, let me clarify one thing. That part isn't necessarily the bad part to me.
No.
This is definitely, so far, the worst movie we've seen all year. And I feel like this is
I think Bone Temple...
No, this is worse than Bone Temple. This is significantly...
Yeah, you're right.
This is significantly worse than Bone Temple.
Like, it's so bad that when the movie finished, there was people in our audience. One guy's like, "Oh, yes, guys," and, like, starts clapping. He's like, this was a tearjerker moment. This was so good. And, like, everyone was laughing because they knew he was lying.
Like, okay, so the little thing of the video game stuff that Cheyenne mentioned was, like, this film looks like someone played the game and went, "Ooh, I like that camera angle. Ooh, I like that camera angle. Ooh," and then they just recreated certain elements of the game. Now, I've never played the game, but I've watched people play it. the game is actually really, really good.
Yeah.
This movie butchers that game.
Well, unfortunately, I've been hearing that Christoph Gans, whatever, he directed the original.
Yeah.
He's been receiving death threats.
Which is not okay.
No. For this movie, from like passionate fans of the game.
All right. Well, let's go into that quick. Nobody deserves death threats at any point. Even if they butcher, like, okay, I love Assassin's Creed and I hated the movie. I'm not gonna start sending people death threats, even though I've played that game for 20 years. It feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's not never is that okay.
No.
Never. That being said, this movie was awful, and it did not. It did the game, but it lost the soul of the game.
But like, it's like, you know, the movies that we mentioned that is so bad it's good. This is so bad it's bad. Like, it's just there's bits that are, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like it was a school project to make a movie.
Kind of, actually. You're not wrong. Like, this was kind of like, oh, this is grade 12 of a communications technologies class.
Or it's like someone's thesis for film school. Like, it's
No. Film school would do this way better. This is like, yeah, to me, like a grade 12 high school project that someone was like, "Ooh, I like Silent Hill. Let's do Silent Hill 2," right? And they tried.
It's not knowing anything about the game, but having seen the first movie with like Sean Bean, which not like, it's not a spoiler because you should have seen it by now anyway. Sean Bean doesn't die finally in the movie. I know, but
the movie is not phenomenal either. Like, I think any of the Silent Hill movies aren't like great. We like the first one more than we like this one.
But I didn't even really like that. That's what I was gonna mention too. Was that the graphics in this one were like disappointing, because I will just say this: it
doesn't spoil much.
No, the Silent Hill nurses come back.
Yeah,
they don't look anything like how the Silent Hill nurses should look, compared to like the original movie and what people
in the games
and what people know as the Silent Hill nurses. This is not good. The graphics are not good. There's a green screen bit at the beginning that just looks like she's in front of a green screen. I don't even know the actors or actresses in this movie, and I don't blame them. No. I don't blame them by any means. But it's not good, and our opinion on this does have some merit because of the game fans saying the same.
Okay, but even if we take the game part and make it just a movie about a movie and like
sure
whatever, this is a movie that continuously throughout the entire time makes you just go, what is happening? And like, kind of like what Shane said, it's actually on the fringe of being so bad it's good. But this is one of those movies that it's so bad you just make fun of. Like, it's just this. To me, this is the worst movie we've seen, and to me, this might be the worst movie of the year. I know it's early to say because we're only in January, but like,
it won't be the worst of the year, but it'll be one of the worst.
I think this is going to be at least in the top 10 of the worst movies we've seen this year. Easily. That's going to be a fair.
And what do you give it for a rating?
This is to me a 1.
I was going to say 0.5.
I'm being nice.
I'm not. It's a 0.5. I'm being a lot stricter this year. This was not good. I do not recommend it unless you want to laugh at how bad it is.
See, the funny thing is that I still kind of enjoyed this more than Hurry Up Tomorrow. It's on the fringe of both.
Oh, I definitely enjoyed it more than that, but it's a new year. New year, new ratings.
No, I'm not saying
it's 0.5 for me.
I'm going to give it a 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
So out of the 3, I do recommend Mercy.
Don't watch Return to Silent Hill.
What do you recommend then?
Mercy.
Okay.
Hands down. If you're looking for a kids movie, I mean, Charlie the Wonderdog is... Oh my gosh. Charlie the Wonderdog is not going to hurt you.
But also, I don't know if it's out anymore because it wasn't out for that long, and we had a hard time getting to the showing because the showings were all kind of all over the place. And very early. Obviously.
But for movies that came out this past week, definitely Mercy. I think out of the 2, it's not even it's not even a question.
And when we say the release dates as well, we saw Mercy on the 22nd, even though it officially comes out the 23rd. Cineplex just, again, likes to
do it
early release movies the day before or the night before.
Yeah, it's called like, I think it's early showing.
All right, second half time. It is all about the Academy Awards.
Or the Oscars, as most people know them as.
Yes. This is the 98th Academy Awards this year, and it will air on Sunday, March 15th of this year. Crazy, that's the 98th already. There are people who love and hate the Oscars. I am one of the people who love the Oscars. I love watching the pre-show, the red carpet, it's almost like background noise for me, and then it's getting all my snacks laid out and then watching it. Obviously the main categories are worth watching. The rest are, just good filler to watch for a night. But
I'm indifferent. I will watch them if they're on. Sometimes they're boring. Sometimes they're funny. Sometimes they're kind of shocking. But whatever. The thing is for me is there's so much behind the Oscars that I get annoyed with. That this is like a love-hate thing that I like to watch. I like that people are getting celebrated for the phenomenal movies that they do all year, 100%, no questions asked. I just wish people who voted for these films actually do the work to vote them properly. Yeah. That's my biggest thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll go into it. Do you want to start with Best Picture?
Sure. So I'm gonna read out Best Picture. I didn't, because I make the notes, I did not get all the categories. I just did the ones that count. No offense to the other categories.
The bigger name ones.
The more notable ones. So the first one will be Best Picture. I'm going to read out the movies, and then we can do our opinion
absolutely,
on like what we want to win and what we think will win.
I like that. Absolutely.
All right. Perfect. So Best Picture. The nominees are Begonia, F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, and Train Dreams. They're all from different production companies, obviously, and there's a wide variety, like 3 streaming services.
And then there's a bunch of movies that are like you can kind of tell are made for
the Oscars. And like
some that aren't.
If Hamnet wins, Steven Spielberg gets an Oscar, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, but he probably has a ton.
I don't know, actually. But what would you want to win? I think it's an obvious for us. Sinners. What we think will win?
That's a fun one to play around with.
Because, I mean, it could be Sinners because it has a lot of nominees. But Best Picture, almost, it seems like there's a trend that it wins but doesn't win the rest. So
far, I think Hamnet has won Best Picture in Golden Globes. So
I think it's going to be The Secret Agent, personally. I'm hearing such huge things about this movie.
Which is crazy because we haven't seen it.
Yeah, and Sentimental Value as well. I've heard huge things. They're both from Neon, too. But
yeah. My other one I think that has a lot of merit to win is Marty Supreme. I think a lot of people have been talking about Marty Supreme and how that has gone with Timothée Chalamet's.
But if he wins the Oscar, I don't think Marty Supreme will win the film one.
Sometimes it does both. The other thing that happens a lot with the Oscars is there's a story of winners, right? Like the year that Ke Huy Quan, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Brendan Fraser won was kind of the year of actors that have gone and have finally won and redeemed themselves.
Oh, sure.
Right? There's usually a storyline through winners. I think if they're going to do this is because they've already kind of set the stone of, Sinners has 16 nominations. I do think they're not going to win them all because that's ridiculous. I think they're going to win a massive amount.
I think they'll probably win around 9.
I was thinking 10.
Okay.
I think they're going to win a massive amount because the story will be director that has newer, that has written his own story. I think that's going to be the through line.
Definitely.
Okay. So Best Director nominations are Hamnet for Chloe Zhao, Marty Supreme for Josh Safdie, One Battle After Another for Paul Thomas Anderson, Sentimental Value for Joachim Trier, and Sinners for Ryan Coogler. Who do you want to win? Let's do that.
Probably Ryan Coogler.
I completely agree.
I kind of think he might get it, but also usually when the movie comes, so this will be the first year, so a test run of people having to watch the movies before they give their nominations.
Yeah.
But genuinely, I think Joachim Trier's going to get it.
Oh, that's fascinating. I think Paul Thomas Anderson's going to get it.
I just sentimental value. I feel like this is going to be the movie that gets anything they're nominated for in the main categories. I think, or I don't think it's going to be Hamnet.
So I don't, because Chloe Zhao's won an Oscar already too.
That doesn't mean anything. But
no, but I do think that she won't win. I don't think Josh Safdie's going to win, especially if he ends up winning either for best film or if Timothée Chalamet wins for best actor. He's not going to win it. But I really do think there's a great case for Ryan Coogler to win. Okay. Especially because this is the first time I think he's ever been nominated for best actor. I think this movie was just raved and talked about all year. And it also may be pushing the this is a very successful black actor as a director, right? So I think he has a really good case to win it.
I'm gonna go with the sentimental value for directing.
I honestly think it's gonna be Paul Thomas Anderson.
Okay. Next is Best Actor. So Timothée Chalamet in Marty Supreme, Leonardo DiCaprio in One Battle After Another, Ethan Hawke in Blue Moon, Michael B. Jordan in Sinners, and Wagner Moura in The Secret Agent. I don't know anything about Blue Moon, but Ethan Hawke getting nominated is giving vibes of the Ke Huy Quan era. So I would love to see if he won. Realistically, who would I like to win? Probably Michael B. Jordan, just because he plays twins, and he does a really good job playing two people.
You know what? You're right. I think that Michael. I was like, I kind of like the idea that the first ever Brazilian actor who's ever been nominated.
Wagner Moura?
Yeah,
he's gonna win. He is gonna win.
I don't think so.
Leo DiCaprio, I would love if he won.
I don't care if he wins.
In this movie, out of the 5 movies, I don't think it would be him.
I don't think he's close.
No.
So to be honest with you, I want Michael B. Jordan to win because you're right. The twins thing is very hard to pull off properly, and he nails it.
He does a great job.
Phenomenal.
And
I think the other reason why I was like, I kind of want Wagner Moura to win because I kind of like what you think he's going to win.
Because you're Latin heritage.
No, he's Brazilian. He's Latin. He's Latin, but he's and it's not me.
No, I know.
Anyway, so the fact that he's the first ever Brazilian to be nominated for an Oscar is a good sign that he might win it. I really think this is the year Timothy breaks it.
I would say that, but he might have the streak that Leonardo DiCaprio did because he didn't get one for years after being nominated.
I know. Fair enough.
So that's why I'm not saying Timothy, because sometimes if you win at the Golden Globes, you don't win at the Oscars. So
if we go by pattern so far, Timothée Chalamet has won for Critics' Choice Awards and he's won for Golden Globes. That doesn't mean anything, 100%. I just think that he's on that track, and I think that this is the year. I
mean, if that's the track, then Timothy wins. Who would I like to win? Michael B. Jordan. Who do I think will win? Wagner Moura.
Who do I want to win is Michael B. Jordan. 1,000%. And then I really do think this is the year Timothée Chalamet does it.
Okay. Well, he was nominated last year. What was it for? A Complete Unknown. Yeah.
Okay. Best Actress, Jessie Buckley in Hamnet. Rose Byrne in If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. Kate Hudson in Song Sung Blue. Renette Rensive in Sentimental Value, and Emma Stone in Begonia. So I think the winner of this is Jessie Buckley. Do I want? I don't really know if I want.
I think it's Emma Stone because anytime that director makes a movie, she wins it. Poor Things, she won the Oscar.
The Favorite, she did. I think she did. No, The Favorite, she didn't win.
No,
it was
Olivia Colman.
Thank you.
Wait, but were they both listed under the same category?
I think
one might have been supporting.
Oh, you're right.
Right? So we didn't get a chance to see If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You because it just did not come out in this area at all.
And we didn't see Sentimental Value
And we've mentioned that before. We saw the other 3. I really like Song Sung Blue. To be honest, I really don't know why she's nominated. It's such a random throw-in. I mean, I like Kate Hudson. The movie's good. The movie never felt Oscar-worthy to me.
Let's clarify. Kate Hudson is a phenomenal actress in this movie. I think she's great. I was shocked that she was nominated too. Not because she doesn't deserve it. 100% she deserves it. It's just a weird movie for her to be nominated for.
Well, also 60% of this category is made by Focus Features. And she's in a Focus Features movie. I don't know, there could be anything too. But A24 got a lot of nominations. This
well, I mean,
year
A24 is
overall, and
phenomenal,
Neon
but-
did too. But I think it's going to be sentimental value. So I think it's going to be Renat Rensf. I don't know how to say her name. I'm so sorry.
I said Rensive because to me it was the closest thing. I definitely a French last name. But
well, I who would I like to win though? I mean, sure, Kate Hudson. Out of these movies, Kate Hudson.
okay, we didn't like Hamnet that much last year. I actually really do want Jessie Buckley to win this because I think she killed it.
She does do an amazing job. So okay, realistically, yeah, I did say that she does a phenomenal job as well. So I will say Jessie Buckley. I'd like her to win. Who do I think will win? I think it's a toss-up between Renat and Emma.
My answer is the same for both. I think Jessie Buckley is going to win, and I kind of want her to win.
Okay, all right. Next is for Best Supporting Actor. So we have Benicio del Toro in One Battle After Another, Jacob Elordi in Frankenstein, Delroy Lindo in Sinners, Sean Penn in One Battle After Another, and Stellan Skarsgård in Sentimental Value. Now, supporting actor, this is a good list.
Is a good mix.
It's a good list.
So I think, well, I should say, good for One Battle After Another to have two in this.
I'm gonna be honest here. Who do I want to win? Genuinely, probably Benicio del Toro. I think he made the movie for me.
You know what? I'm on the same wavelength.
Yeah? Because
I really liked him in that movie.
I liked him too. I mean, Sean Penn actually, though, really good in that movie too. I just realized it's the same movie.
I just said that.
Sorry. He does a fucking great job, Sean Penn.
See,
that's a tough category.
So here's the thing. Sean Penn did such a good job. I kind of don't want him to win.
Wow.
That, you know what I mean? Like, because he plays the villain in that movie, I was just like, oh, I don't want him to win. But he does such a good job. He actually really deserves it. Who I think is going to win is Stellan.
Stellan Skarsgård. I think it's good. Sentimental Value is going to take the main categories.
I don't think
or
all
if
of them.
Secret Agent is in the category, I think that will take it. But
No. I think Sinners is going to win a lot of it.
So Delroy Lindo in Sinners, he does a great job. There's so many supporting actors in that movie. It's interesting they picked him. I don't know.
I'll be honest with you. I love Delroy. I think this is the category they definitely don't win. I think Benicio del Toro is the one I want to win. I really do think Stellan's going to kill. I don't think anyone has Stellan beat. I would prefer out of the two, Benicio out of Sean Penn. They're both phenomenal. I really do think Stellan's going to win this. All right, and the best supporting actress, the nominations were Elle Fanning for Sentimental Value, Igna Ibsdottir Lilias for Sentimental Value. Sorry if I butchered that name, by the way.
Honestly, that's what I would have done.
Amy Madigan for Weapons, Wunmi Mosaku for Sinners, and Teyana Taylor for One Battle After Another.
Man.
This is a killer list.
Okay, so I need to just preface this with I wasn't sure who Wunmi Mosaku was in Sinners, so Ricky relayed it for me because I wasn't sure which person it was. This is an awful list because 3 of the 5 deserve to win. Actually, all 5 deserve to win. I shouldn't say that.
That's true.
We haven't seen Sentimental Value, so I can't say. I do love Elle Fanning.
There's two on my list that I really want to win,
and I know exactly the 2 because it's the same.
So
it's
let's say
Amy Madigan
and Wunmi Mosaku.
Exactly. Teyana Taylor has already done like Timothy and won 4 Golden Globes. So
honestly, okay. So here's what my list is gonna be. I would love if either Amy Madigan or Wunmi Mosaku won for Weapons and for Sinners.
1000%.
Teyana Taylor's gonna win.
I think it's going to be, again, Sentimental Value. Out of the 2, Elle Fanning has, I don't even think, been nominated before, so I would love to see her win. I think it's going to be Inga in Sentimental Value.
Oh, I was going to say, I don't know Inga's game, so I don't know if she's I don't know if she's how good at acting she is. I'm not saying she's not good.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. It's gotten such good reviews and highly, notable things, this movie.
But so has One Battle After Another, and so has Sinners. Weapons is actually in this list.
That's the only category, the only thing so far.
Yeah, but Weapons,
she deserves it. Oh my gosh.
Weapons in this category is the least talked about movie. Sinners being the most nominated movie this year is going to say something about how many they win. One Battle After Another has been talked about since it's came out. And it hasn't. No one's shut up about this movie
Yeah.
all year. And then Sentimental Value is the most recent movie to come out and has been talked about fairly regularly for award seasons. I really do think Teyana Taylor's going to nail this. I think she's going to win it.
I think the supporting categories, I always find her a toss-up.
It really is.
It could
really is.
be anybody on this list. But for us, Amy and Wunmi are amazing in both movies. Wunmi is incredible in Sinners. I have such good things to say about that movie anyway.
But Amy Madigan makes weapons so eerie and scary.
And she does such a good job. And they're making a prequel focusing on Aunt Gladys.
Because she killed it so well.
Like the director already had that in mind before he made it. But like if obviously she has to do it. So
I'll be honest with you. That category to me is the one I'm most excited to see, just to see if either one of those win.
Well, just so if you remember, the Oscars always start
with the best supporting actress.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I'm very excited that it's the first one off the rip.
It's such an interesting thing that they start with that. But they've added so many categories and changed so many categories over the years. But
well, remember in the 100 year, they're gonna do stunt doubles.
Why in the 100?
Remember that's what they they. Okay. We'll recap of some movies that we had last year.
I know
Ryan Gosling and
in Fall Guy.
Yeah, and the director of the same movie. I can't remember. It's not David Lynch. It's David
Finch.
Is it David? No,
I don't know.
I'll get the right director on the screen. Anyway, they both were championing that the stunt doubles deserve, or stunt actors deserve an Oscars because of how much work that they put in. The Oscars finally accepted it, and they said at the 100th they will include it as a part.
Yeah, why couldn't they do it now?
Because I think that's going to be the big selling point for the 100th anniversary.
Maybe. So best adapted screenplay is Begonia, which the screenplay is by Will Tracy. Frankenstein, written for the screen by Guillermo del Toro. Hamnet, screenplay by Chloe Zhao and Maggie O'Farrell. One Battle After Another, written by Paul Thomas Anderson. And Train Dreams, screenplay by Clint Bentley and Craig Quidar.
For those that don't know what best adapted screenplay is, just to give you a little rundown, it just means that this story has been written before and they've adapted it for the screen.
So obviously like Frankenstein. Book. It's been adapted so many times in movies and books, whatever.
Right. Hamnet's also a book.
Hamnet's a book. One Battle After Another is a book.
Yeah.
Train Dreams, I'm assuming, is a book. Begonia, I don't know. It must
I was
be a
shocked
book.
when I saw Begonia, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
With you. I thought that was a original screenplay, but
yeah.
Hey. Anyway, so let's go into what we do think is going to win this. Who I want to win out of this list, I actually really do want One Battle After Another to win.
I do too. I actually think it's going to be Frankenstein.
I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
It's either, to me, it's going to be a toss-up between Frankenstein and Hamnet, but
I don't think it's going to be Hamnet at all.
Really?
I think it might be Begonia, Frankenstein, or Train Dreams. But
I really do think it's going to be more Frankenstein than Train Dreams.
But the thing is, when one random movie gets thrown into some categories, that one usually takes it.
Well, that one's also nominated for Best Picture.
I know.
Which is why I don't think it's going to win.
I think it's going to be Begonia or Frankenstein.
I don't think it's going to be Begonia. I think it's going to be Frankenstein. Because Frankenstein's also not nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Whatever. I think it's going to be Frankenstein. I'd prefer One Battle After Another, especially if One Battle After Another doesn't win Best Picture. I think it's going to win this.
Okay.
Okay. So, Best Original Screenplay is Blue Moon, written by Robert Kaplow. It Was Just an Accident, written by Jafar Panahi. Script collaborators was Nader Savir, Shadmir Rustin, Madhi Mahmoodian. Sorry if I pronounce any of those names wrong. I'm also really bad at pronouncing names in
And
general,
I'm sorry if I laugh too much about it, but you are kind of sucky at it.
I'm so bad at it. Anyway, Marty Supreme, written by Ronald Bronstein and Josh Safdie. Sentimental Value, written by Eskil Voigt and Joachim Trier. And Sinners, written by Ryan Coogler.
Now, I didn't know the Joachim Trier.
All right, and then just to clarify, if you don't know what original screenplay is, it's exactly as it is. These people wrote it for the movies as themselves. This is not based on anything written before.
No, but it might be based on a true story.
It might be.
Like Marty Supreme.
Right.
Is loosely based on someone.
Right. Now, I really want Sinners to win.
I want Ryan Coogler to take this so bad. I think it's going to be Sentimental Value.
You keep saying Sentimental Value. I don't think Sentimental Value is going to win nearly as much as you want.
I don't want it to win.
Sorry, as much as you think. That's my bad. I spoke wrong.
It's because I know how the Oscars have been, and one movie that I've never seen always takes these categories.
I do think Marty Supreme has a fair shot at this as well.
Yeah.
I think the Oscars are going to dig themselves a really nasty hole if they don't let Sinners win a fair number of these. Because so not to get crazy political on this, but like I do think that if they don't let Sinners win a good handful of these, there's going to be a conversation of why do white people keep winning the Oscars? Because that has been a conversation that's happened in the past.
Yeah.
So I do think that Ryan is going to win this one. That being said, I regardless of what we want to win, I do think you're right. I think the bottom three are definitely gonna win it. I think it's either gonna be between Marty Supreme, Sentimental Value, or Sinners.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
what did
Blue Moon might be.
Yeah, Blue Moon might just win all of the ones they're in.
I would like Sinners to win. I think it'll be Sentimental Value.
I want Sinners to win. I
don't
know. The three are gonna win. One of them is gonna win.
Next is Best Animated Feature. First we have Arco, Elio, K-pop Demon Hunters, Little Emily or the Character of Rain, and Zootopia 2. So, genuinely, I would like Elio to win. Ricky wants K-pop Demon Hunters to win.
Okay. The one is definitely gonna win is K-pop Demon Hunters.
I think it's Zootopia 2. It's the highest grossing animated movie of all time.
It does matter. I really do think K-pop Demon Hunters is gonna win. And I think Cheyenne is right though. Elio and K-pop Demon Hunters are my two to win. I really would like either one to win.
Elio resonated with you so much more than K-pop Demon Hunters. I completely agree with you.
There is something to be said when a studio doesn't want to deal with movies at all. Like the K-pop, so K-pop Demon Hunters was a battle to get that done. Like truly, like Sony just made it, and then they didn't even want to distribute it. Netflix had to buy it out.
Yeah, I know.
No one wanted to make toys for them. No one wanted to make costumes for them. No one wanted to deal with this movie at all. So the fact that this movie came out of nowhere and is killing right now says a lot.
Which I'm happy it is. I don't really understand the hold it has over so many people. I like the movie. Don't get me wrong. Would I watch it again? I have. But it's just another movie.
I will agree with you that Elio is phenomenal and is so underrated. I'm really happy it got nominated, not because it's a Disney movie, because Disney movies always just get nominated to get nominated. I really do think Elio has a huge, huge chance to win.
I don't think it does at all.
I don't think it's going to win at all.
I want Elio to win. I think Arco is going to win.
I think K-pop Demon Hunter is going to win. All right, Best International Feature, Brazil for The Secret Agent, France for It Was Just an Accident, Norway for Sentimental Value, Spain for Sirat, and Tunisia for The Voice of Hind Rajab.
Again, we have not seen these movies. The biggest ones on this are The Secret Agent and Sentimental Value. I would like The Secret Agent to win.
I completely agree.
And I think it might win or Sentimental Value.
I think I want The Secret Agent to win, and I think it's going to win. I really do think it's going to win, especially for the whole Brazil thing we were talking about earlier.
All right. Best Documentary Feature are The Alabama Solution, Come See Me in the Good Light, Cutting Through Rocks, Mr. Nobody Against Putin, and The Perfect Neighbor. So I added this in because it is another Best Feature category. We haven't seen any.
It's also fairly big when it comes to people in this realm of film.
Yeah.
I don't have a shot in the dark in this.
No, I'm going to do Mr. Nobody Against Putin.
I was going to pick the same one.
But interestingly, the nominees haven't been determined yet for that movie.
Honestly, just to pick a different one, I can see Come See Me in a Good Light being a good one.
Yeah, probably.
Because honestly, Apple does usually a really good documentary stuff. All right, so next one was Best Original Score. The first one is Begonia for Jerkson Fendrix. Frankenstein for Alexandre Desplat, Hamnet for Max Richter, One Battle After Another for Johnny Greenwood, and Sinners for Ludwig Göransson.
I have no idea because I don't I honestly don't really pay attention to that. I think I did like One Battle After Another's, but I would like Sinners to win.
So I pay attention to music a lot. Actually, I really do. I think the music depends. It changes.
Well, it does. I just wasn't.
No.
To recall it now.
It's okay. Yeah. I'm not saying that you're lesser because you didn't listen.
No, I don't care.
I do think also Ludwig Göransson's going to win. I also think because he's also won before.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
For what?
It
doesn't matter.
I
just
I know he's definitely won before.
Okay.
I think he has the best shot at winning again.
All right. Next is Best Original Song. First one is Dear Me from Diane Warren Relentless. Next is Golden from K-Pop Demon Hunters. I Lied to You from Sinners. Sweet Dreams of Joy from Viva Verdi. And Train Dreams from Train Dreams.
No way.
I don't know the song from Sinners. I'm trying to remember it. But because it's Sinners, I would like to say that. I really hate the song Golden because it is so overplayed. So apart I know Ricky's going to say Golden.
Apart from it being overplayed, I really like that song. I do think it's going to win. Hands down, no questions asked.
Interesting. Okay, I didn't think it would at all.
It's already won twice, so I.
Oh, has it?
Yeah, it won for the Golden Globe and the Critics' Choice Award. Mind you, again, that doesn't mean anything. I'm not saying it is, but like, I really do think. I think this is it. I think K-Pop Demon Hunters has the animated and the music going for it. I don't get me wrong. I think that I Lied to You is probably going to be a close second.
No, for us it would be.
I honestly do think it might be a close second.
I'm going to go with Sweet Dreams of Joy as the winner.
I think it's going to be Golden.
Okay.
And the last one we're going to talk about on this podcast, but remember, there's so many other categories that we could have talked about. But the last one is Best Visual Effects. First one is Avatar, Fire and Ash, F1, Jurassic World Rebirth, The Lost Bus, and Sinners. Now, Sinners, it's the visual effects just because it's all the blood and stuff that like happens in that movie.
I don't know. I think it's just a visual effects thing anyway. The only reason I added this category, because the rest all had some merit to why we added them. Best movie, whatever.
100%.
Best song. One of our top movies of last year only had one nomination, and it was in Best Visual Effects for Jurassic World Rebirth. I've also heard a lot of people not like that movie, and I'm like, yeah, you're entitled to that, but
I don't understand.
We loved it. But Best Visual Effects. I mean, they did a really good job with the dinosaurs in that.
Absolutely.
I would love Avatar, Fire and Ash to take this because the visual effects are incredible.
Also, one thing I want to say is just because we've raved so much about the visual effects for Avatar, Fire and Ash does not mean that's the only reason why we liked the movie.
Yeah.
There's a lot of reasons why we like the movie. A lot of people think that it's just because we like the graphics to this movie.
No,
but
the story's fairly similar to the other ones, but I like the story.
As much as we like Sinners, I don't think it's going to win. I really do think it's either going to be Avatar, Fire and Ash or F1. Yeah,
I think it might be F1 too.
I kind of want, as much as I also love Jurassic World Rebirth, I think Avatar has. I want Avatar to win more, but I think it's going to be F1.
Yeah. I think it's going to be F1 too.
Unfortunately. Not that I don't think F1 is not good. I just think that Avatar has so much more going for it in terms of visual effects.
Yeah, I think so too, but like I would like Avatar to win. I think it will be F1.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, we've talked way too much. So we're going to go into our wrap up for the episode. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to follow us along on any of the social medias like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Letterboxd, X. Am I missing any? Threads. Yeah, all the social medias, follow us along there. If you want to watch any of the short form content, it's TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. But the full podcast episodes are on YouTube and on Spotify. And then the audio, it's Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcasts.
And X and Letterboxd, we are at the A-List Pod. Otherwise, we are at the A-List Admission anywhere if you search for us. Yeah.
Just remember, this is just our opinions, but feel free to let us know who you think is going to win any of the Oscar nominations. Feel free what you think of any of the movies we talked about. And yeah, just interact, guys.
Yeah,
Share.
tell us why we like movies.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, just tell us anything you'd like about what the podcast is about. But feel free to rate us, let us know what you think, subscribe, comment, ring the notification bell, follow us along, do the things. Yeah, anything else you want to add?
No, just thanks for following along, listening, liking, commenting, subscribing. Tell all your friends. Word of mouth works wonders. So please let everyone know if you like us. And we just love movies, so we love to talk about them with you guys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, thank you so much for watching, and
we'll see you at the movies.
see you there.
Bye-bye.
Bye.